Turn that down, man.
So, what are you doing? What can I go for?
Huh?
On the license plate, it says the land is 10,000 likes, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Yeah, I know. You don't like the yolk. Your daddy said you like the yolk. That's all scary.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
He likes it when it's okay.
Check 56. Know your job.
First down, Murray. That one caught by the rookie Chase Claypool.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I didn't put ice in it, or there's only ice chunk.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds.
The water fountain's open.
Yeah.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Second and 12, operating from the 39. From the gun, Murray, completion here to Claypool. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points up for them. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
Yes, AJ.
Here we go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second
We'll get you
down,
some more later. Eat your pancakes and
And
sausage.
he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 44. That one, a
No, you
first
get more
down
eggs when you
pickup
get home
of
from
8.
school.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
11. Switch.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
12.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We're scoreless after 1.
13. Check.
2nd down, McKinnon. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Here we go.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one.
Okay, eat all your sausage.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line.
Okay, eat all your sausage then, AJ.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back 6.
What?
Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Handoff, it's McKinnon, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 44-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. To throw on third down. Murray on the screen. This is Edmonds. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10 at the 44-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Another try after the first down sack. Murray finds the open target, Arnold.
To Dan Arnold.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go, but you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Is this real?
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is born, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
In there, which I don't know if these are, yeah, it's part of that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be connected to your phone.
Yeah, but there's only one.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Yeah, when I got him from Walmart, I took him out of the box.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
Here we go. 21. What do you need? You remember me? Let's go.
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
On second down, McKinnon. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Going for it with McKinnon. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, time and making it work.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves
come here, come get dressed
for the stop.
Yeah, watch this head.
21.
Oh yeah, he don't know how to watch his face.
On second down now, McKinnon. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Did you get the help her and second message for Anaya? Did you feel like that
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Daddy?
Huh?
Was there a reason why yesterday was a work day too?
On first down now, run with McKinnon. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll run on first down. McKinnon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
21.
And 3 at the 16.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
49er first down.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand it.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief, because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done, but they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it, and that's exactly what they did.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. D. Ford in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. To try again after the sack. Murray, he'll try and run it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Family's around. I feel happy when my family.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 56.
Operating from the gun, Murray, and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So now let's look at the situation. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, so barring a first down, they could conceivably get the ball back.
So now it's all about defense and stopping the clock. Don't give up any yardage, right? Use your timeouts. And your offense always practices going downfield without timeouts. You know, those 2-minute drills, most of them are run in practice without the benefit of timeouts and want to make it as tough a situation as possible. They're in it right now.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, I'm going to throw out to the perimeter. Maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second?
In trouble and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it. And this is recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Gold to add the extra point.
Come on, come put your shirt on.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Papa, can I have a drink, please? Papa, can I have a drink, please?
Yeah, you can have some.
Whoa, you look so
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Nope.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is end of the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct? But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year,
you don't gotta bring it
maybe
to
that
you can
importance
say while
gets
you're over there.
quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for San Francisco, it's an important win for their playoff.
You gotta put your boots on.
My boots on? When you're talking about boots,